So I'm going to go based off the assumption that you're watching this continuing from video number 1. And if that is the case, then bear with me 1 second. If you haven't watched part 1, I suggest you go ahead and start watching part 1 real quick. Otherwise, the first portion of this video will make no sense whatsoever to you. So, let's continue on. When I left you, you're about to see a river flow. Let's review.
It's not anger.
I was talking about how Brian had told me he was proud of me.
And he was like, because I watched you change over the last couple of years, and I see the way you are with your kids now, and the patience you have with them, and how you talk with them. He goes, and I don't think I've heard you yell in a long time. I'm proud of you. And he brought me to tears that night, and I'm about to.
Which is why I stopped the video at that time. Man, I know it's my story, and I know it's it can be rather emotional for me to tell sometimes. But I'm not trying to show you a waterworks show, basically. But anyway, that moment when he told me he was proud of me, it made all those years of failure just fall by the wayside. And he gave me a nugget of success. Like, I kind of skipped over. I didn't do it purposely, but you know, when I was talking about, you know, the reason that I'm still here is because, you know, I had my kids. Well, I mean, who gave me them? You know, I needed a reason to live, so God gave me children. You know, I needed a reason. I needed a measure of success to try to continue working towards the goal of making my kids proud. You know, I needed success, and all I could do was fail. And Brian just comes out of nowhere and makes all my failures seem like nothing, with 3 simple words: I'm proud of you. And if you can't find God anywhere in any of that, then I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to dig deeper to show you. But I mean, it's little things like that, just simple things that don't seem like much, but you know, they don't seem like much here. But once they come through here, you realize the gravity of the impact of which they've had. And then, what is that? Advertisement, sorry about that. When you speak with such tiny words, they have such a great impact. And your words carry weight like that, the impact is can be devastating, for good or bad. And if any of my words have a positive effect on you, in that way, then telling my story is, well, number one, it's one of the things God wanted me to do, is tell my story. He told me, your words, your story has meaning. Your words have meaning. Someone will get meaning from your story. Someone needs to hear your story, so speak it. Your words carry weight, speak them. Now, I said, he told me. I don't mean, he told me. I was also called to preach, or called to minister. The YouTube, starting the YouTube channel is part of that, part of getting ready for that. I've been having vehicle issues lately. I haven't been able to make it. I haven't made it to church. There's a poor excuse, really, but I've been trying to study and prepare myself, because I don't know what's going to be asked of me when I go back and say yes, I have been called. I've never done that before. How would I know? I don't want to know. Don't tell. If you know, don't tell me. I want to. It's the only way to make sure that it's right. I mean, I know it's right. It's the only thing in my life that's ever felt right. Because I didn't make this decision. The decision came to me. And it feels right. All the other decisions I've made, they never, they might have, appeared to be right. But I knew very shortly thereafter that they weren't. This is a year in the making, if not longer. About a year, though, in the making. All of this, the YouTube channel, everything, the call, answering call, everything, is a year in the making. If it weren't going to be right, I would have known by now. But, I just figure if I can take extra time and I can learn. I've learned a lot in these last few months about myself. Along with, I've learned through learning about God, learning about Jesus. I've learned about myself. I've learned the reasons behind different things in my life, different trials, tribulations. And I figure the more time I can take, the more I learn about, Scripture and God and Jesus and myself, the righter this decision feels, or the righter the. Sorry, how do I? The more brightly the light shines that I'm following. So, that's why. All of this. And if my story has carried meaning in any way, shape, or form for you, then I'm glad. Because if it can help you in any way, shape, or form, that's why I'm telling it. I'm not going to ask for likes. I'm not going to ask for subscribers. The only thing I'm going to ask is that you share my stories. You know, share my channel. That's the only thing I ask for. And this will be the one and only time hopefully this will be the one and only time I say it. I will be appreciative of any likes or, you know, subscribers, and I will definitely be appreciative of shares. I've got many more videos planned. I'm kind of winding this down, but I don't want it to be too long for you. I'm going to be working on some short videos that I hope to get out today. My next major video is going to be, or my next length video will be on the topic of how God speaks to you, because I kind of touched on that a little bit, and just different ways that you can identify if he is talking to you, because he won't always speak directly to you, and I don't know that he speaks directly to everybody. So, just different ways that I've noticed too that he talks, and through other people who have shared the way he has talked to them. That'll be the next major video. Not quite sure on the title. It's either going to be, I'm thinking something along the lines of, have you spoken with God today? But that would be more kind of prayer, which I do have a video planned for prayer. I'm probably going to say, has God spoke to you lately? I don't know. If you have an idea for a title for a video of how God speaks to you, leave it in the comments. Also, if you have any questions for me, if you need help with anything, my contact information will be in the description. It's also on it's also on the main page, and I'll answer your questions at the beginning of the next video. If you post a title suggestion, if I use it, you will be credited with it. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Hopefully I didn't leave out too much. And I hope you enjoyed my story, my testimony. Thank you for watching, and God bless.